The Apollo Theater opens in Harlem, New York City. John Dillinger escapes from jail, Crown Point, Indiana, using a wooden pistol, and Nantucket Lightship LV 117 sinks after colliding with the RMS Olympic. The year is 1934, and this was the most expensive Auburn 12 model that could be had over at Auburn 1250 Salon. But before getting into all of it, summer nights and streetcars take me back to a world gone away when wood and leather were real and luxury materials. There is way too much plastic being used in cars today, and they charge a fortune for them. Anyway, welcome to What It's Like. I'm your host, Jay, and this channel, we cover the machines of yesteryear. When a car was way more than transportation, it was a reflection of you. We post between 4 and 5 mini documentaries a week with engine episodes generally on Wednesdays. If any of that sounds of interest to you, subscribe and hit the bell icon next to it to never miss a video. Real quick announcement, Hershey is practically here. What's that? You never heard of Hershey? Hershey is absolutely huge. I'm willing to bet the farm it is probably the biggest flea market this side of the Mississippi. It's going on from Tuesday through Friday, the 8th through the 11th of October. The flea market will have stuff that you only read about. There is going to be a judged car show on Friday. Also, RM is having an auction at the Hershey Lodge. Also, great news, I will be there from Tuesday through Friday, and I know it'll be like the proverbial needle in a haystack, but if you see me, be sure to say hi. 1934 Auburn model lineup was broken down into 5 series on 3 different wheelbase configurations and 3 different power plant options to choose from. Starting in the proverbial basement was the 652X Standard and the Series 652X Custom Series. Both were powered by a 209.9 cubic inch displacement inline 6, producing 85 horsepower while riding a wheelbase of 119 inches. In the middle was the 8-50X Standard and the 8-50X Custom, both powered by a 279.9 cubic inch displacement inline 8, 100 horsepower, riding a wheelbase of 126 inches. And at the top, you had the 12-165 series, which was powered by a 391.1 cubic inch displacement V12, producing 160 to 165 horsepower, riding a wheelbase of 133 inches. The 1934 Auburn 12-165 series could be had in body styles such as, but not limited to, Speedster, Phaeton Sedan, Brougham Sedan, and Cabriolet. But wait, there's more. In 1933, Auburn would launch a new intermediate model, or better yet, edition might be a better word, the Salon, which added more pizzazz to the car, more bright work on the headlights and fender edges, louvers, different grille, instrumentation, and a totally different frame that had a dip in it. It was also lower than the regular 1933 models. Adjustable vacuum boosted brakes was also a standard feature on the Salon model. This was the most expensive model of Auburn 12, which was America's cheapest V12 being offered at the time. The model was called the 1250 or the Salon. Auburn made this model to try to attract more buyers, but you have to remember that this was during the Great Depression. People didn't have money to eat, let alone buy expensive cars, and this car wasn't really all that expensive, all things considered. Sales were slow, so Auburn would offer the 1250 into the 1934 model year. Let's talk specs. It rides a wheelbase of 133 inches. It weighs 4,700 pounds. Price, $1,745, which would be equivalent to you spending $40,993.96. And to compare that, or contrast it, I should say, with the base model 12, which was offered at $1,100 in 1932, which would be equivalent to you spending $25,275.59 the year 2024. Total 1934 Auburn production was 7,770 units. Total Auburn V12 from 1932 through 1934. 2.5 years of production. They only produced 2,250 across all body styles. Moving on to engine, only one engine on offer, 391.6 cubic inch displacement horizontal valve, V12, 6.4 liters. It was good for 160 horsepower, 3,500 RPM. This is just an estimate, 270 pound-feet, or 366 newton meters at 1,800 RPM with a bore of 3.125 inches and a stroke of 4.25 inches. Compression is 575 to 1 for main bearings. Just take a look at this awesome grill. So check out all of these. Check out all of the beads down here. This one has the accessory lights that turn with the wheel, and there's the linkage for it. So check out these bumpers. Absolutely gorgeous bumpers. No overriders or bumperettes. Car has dual horns. Check out all of the bling on the headlights. This car has side mounts with mirrors. The side mirrors are on top of the cases. Also has cowl lights. Notice they mimic the front headlights. This car does have a cowl vent. Just look at all of the paint work going on in this hood design. This car doesn't have a mascot, but it does have a center line, which goes back towards the single-piece windshield with opposing windshield wipers. Just check out how this side mount's connected. It's connected at the top as well as the bottom. Just check out those tiny windshield wipers. Check out these hinges. So inside this taillight has 12 and Auburn. Just look at these really elegant bumpers. Notice there isn't an overrider, but it does have 12 badging in the center. External trunk at the back. Gasoline filler is on the passenger side. Check out these rear fenders. Also notice all of the bright work that runs the edges. Beautiful pinstriping.
So you're interested in a toy hauler?
Look at those beautiful spoke wheels with the 12 insignia there. Alright, so let's just take a look at this door panel. Got the window crank for the big window, door handle to get out. It's carpeted down here. Also, just notice the seat to kick panel ratio. It's not very big. There's my hand for reference. Coming down inside the pedal box down here, you have the high beam switch, clutch, brake, gas pedal. Alright, so gear shift lever, freewheeling, handbrake, cutout for the exhaust. Just take a look at this interior. So just take a look at how these hinges work. Heavy duty. Here is what over the hood would look like. Person over the hood would look like. On to the button switches and knobs, starting on the left and moving right. Brake sensitivity. Yes, that's right. You can adjust the brakes in this car to dry, rain, snow, ice, 4,000 RPM tachometer. Also notice that the needle is black with white crescent moon. Amp meter at the top, oil pressure at the bottom, coolant temperature, 120 mile per hour speedometer, odometer at the top, trip at the bottom. All of the numbers go the same way. Clock, oil and gas level, accessory knobs, heat, key, choke, 2-speed rear end, gasoline to turn the gas on, spark, lights, Auburn Crosley radio. Up above, there aren't any sun visors. There's a nice rear view mirror there in the center. No sun visor for the passenger either, but just take a look at that headliner. Also remember it's a convertible top. So just take a look at this engine. Is this a rectifier?
No, that's just the oil filter.
Oh, that's the oil filter, okay. Oh, cool.
This has distributor points and coil, just like 60s cars.
Nice. So it is. It's very modern.
It is.
I absolutely love this. How they finned it.
Yep. And that's porcelainized. So they would take the raw metal and bake on a porcelain like ceramics, and that's why they're, you can see it's been chipped, especially with temperature change and any kind of bump when it's hot, and bing, it'll chip off that porcelain.
John was telling me that the head job on this isn't bad because the head isn't at the top of the engine.
Correct. You can do the valves, plugs, everything. This is called a subhead, and you get all your valve train without having to actually pull the head off the cylinder.
Right, because it has horizontal valves.
Correct.
And they go in here, and the exhaust comes out the top.
Correct. And there's some great illustrations of that online.
Nice.
I can start it if you like.
Yeah, you can start it. That'd be great. Thanks a lot, Thomas.
Yeah, and this has a Startix. Startix is a relay system that will start the engine if it dies. In case you're trying to steer and trying to shift, you don't have to worry about trying to start it. All I need to do is find my keys. Or they pull where they. Let me see.
Good. Oh man.
Yes, that's exactly how we're trying to do right now.
On the positive side, smooth, quiet, effortless power from a different looking V12, the Salon rarity among the other Auburn 12s. Looks very sharp with all the extra trim, full instrumentation dashboard, adjustable early form of power brakes, said to drive like a car from the 80s. Against it, Salon models are rare, parts are even rarer. Louvers are completely different, and there's parts that are just to the Salon car itself, which are even rarer than, like Auburn 12s are rare. This is like hen's teeth to find a Salon. People that know these cars are getting few and far between. All right, now it's time for Would You Rather. These may or may not be in the same price point, but either way, which one would you rather have? 1934 Packard Twin 6, or 1934 Auburn Salon 12, or 1934 Lincoln KB. I'm going to leave this here for a minute. If you need more time, feel free, pause the video. On to the second scenario, 1934 Pierce Arrow 12, or 1934 Auburn Salon 12, or 1934 Cadillac 12. Once again, gotta leave this here for a minute. If you need more time, feel free, pause the video. Now it's time for Name That Tune. First person to get both the name of the band and the song title correctly in the comment section will have their comment pinned to the top of the comment section. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching this. If you'd like to get in touch with me, shoot me a comment in the comment section below, or you can always send me an email at what_its_like at a lost and mostly forgotten web provider, yahoo.com, if interested. Thanks again for everything, and until next time, toodaloo! Welcome to the after show. This part doesn't have any sound to it. It also doesn't have me talking or explaining anything, but you can listen to whatever music you'd like to listen to in the background if you wish. See this car like you've never seen it before. Enjoy.